Once upon a time, in a land far different than our own, there lived a king who abused his throne. 20 years ago, with the help of two men, they came together to reinforce Zen. They fled and they fought, turned guards into clowns. But at the end of the day, the rule was torn down. In the hours that followed, one man was filled with guilt of all of the deaths, all the blood he had spilt. He asked his friend to end the pain, and so he did, but it messed with his brain. Now he sits on the throne, filled with regret, wishing he could go back, wishing he could forget.
Forgive me, Wiki, but there's something I need to ask you. It's almost Christmas. What are you going to do?
Who cares about Christmas? All of its holiday cheer? All it reminds me of is sadness. It even brings a tear.
But all the townsfolk are filled with gloom. I think it's time for some happiness to bloom.
Fine, I'll work on celebrating Christmas. But you've got to help, so let's get to business.
And so Wiki and the guard went to work on their project. They looked at what could be done and what would be perfect. Finally, they settled on two objects. One would be easy to find, one complex. The first, a gigantic spruce tree that would be placed in the middle of town square for all to see. The second, a beacon to be placed upon its top, a device that would surely make a very fine prop. The guard was tasked with fetching the tree, a journey Wiki detested to cross the sea. Wiki would go and get the other, which would require a wither to smother. So they traveled far and wide, reaching their destination filled with pride. But in the confines of this cave lived something very grave. And as the monster let out its deafening roar, Wiki couldn't help it, and under his breath he swore. They fought an epic battle, but at last, Beast breathed his death rattle. The Wither had finally been slain, and Wiki could see the Nether Star through the rain. He took it and ran to his home, knowing there was no time to explore, no time to roam. And when Wiki returned, the beacon was truly something he had earned. He placed it atop the tree, and everyone came, filled with glee. Christmas was here and everyone was happy, except for Wiki, who still felt kind of crappy. All of a sudden, there was a flash of light, and the beacon became quite a sight. Floating downward from the sky was a man Wiki recognized in the blink of an eye.
Could it be? Is this a trick? If it is, the person who did it is very sick.
No, Wiki, this is no joke. After you placed down the beacon, I awoke.
Awoke from what, may I ask? Is there a place in heaven for you to bask?
No, I was never really dead in the first place. I was in limbo, but I was saved by you in this case.
Oh, thank God you're back. I was lost, but now I'm back on track.
While I was there, I realized I made the wrong choice. Instead of cowering in my own fear, I should have used my voice. Thank you for saving me, my dear friend. I hope that our relationship we can mend.
Our relationship doesn't break as easy as that, but it is a little flat. Come on, let's go and continue our rule. I hope that we can make it a little more cool.
And so, the two friends are reunited, creating a happy ending and viewers delighted. With filming complete and my lines said, it's time for this narrator to head to bed. I hope you enjoyed this video we made. I know I did, for all the parts I played. And to all of you watching on screens shining bright, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.